Hi, and welcome back to Your Future, Your Finances. We're again talking with Kip Gregory of the Gregory Group, consultant to businesses and sales teams. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Sure.
When we left, we were talking about a specific online presence tool, LinkedIn, and some of the things you should not do when you're maintaining that profile.
Well, you know, the biggest thing, Brian, is to not just swap a business card. Because there's no value in that, and you discover later on that you've got a network of people that you really have no relationship or connection to, even though you technically are connected. Focusing on those real-life relationships, key point. Another thing is to not default to the generic LinkedIn invite. Take a minute and create your own version, which you can send on a computer, you can send it from your phone, but just something that says to the recipient something more than I'd like to add you to my professional network on LinkedIn, because all of us get those. You get them, I get them, and after a while they start to look like social spam if they all say the same thing. So that's the second piece of advice. And then the third thing I would say is it's a do, not a not do. It's to prune off some of those relationships that you can't remember establishing. You don't know what the rationale for connecting was, because that's a distraction. All that information from that person that could hit your LinkedIn homepage, your news feed, it can prevent you from seeing something that could be very important from one of your key clients.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, so for anybody that's watching who is like a career person, an individual consultant, you know, LinkedIn, some of their aspects they're probably familiar, but other people, let's say engineers or somebody who's not in what they perceive to be a sales role or a career building role.
Yes.
LinkedIn still important for them?
You know, it is as a classic networking tool and a career management tool. For our work tends to focus on people and organizations that have a sales intent. But even for those who might be in an operations role or an admin or finance or something, it can be a great way to get in touch with people within your industry who can be influencers or voices of experience, experts on topics that you need help with. And you never know, even if you manage a team and you're looking to hire, a great way to get the message out to people, if you've built your network intentionally, not haphazardly, to let folks know the type of role that you're looking to fill. We've seen all kinds of benefit across the spectrum. So it really, the first question is, what's my purpose, that you need to ask yourself. And so if you've got a viewer who's saying, well, you know, I'm not in sales or marketing, think about, do you have need of reaching out to people? Would you like to have a pool of folks to draw from when you have a question you need input on, and so forth.
Now, you wrote a book, Winning Clients in a Wired World. What do you mean by wired world?
Well, wired world is really easy shorthand for the reality that today we are surrounded by, and some would say drowning in, technology.
Yeah, I'd say drowning.
Yeah, and so it's really the focus of the book when written, and still today is applicable now, is on helping people navigate through all of this noise and all of these choices, which tends to overwhelm, to focus on the few things that they can do, again, in a business growth mindset, to move their business forward. So it's things like leveraging the internet. It's how do you manage knowledge across your business effectively? How do you present? How do you tame email and your inbox so that you're not wrestling with that? That'd be a great topic. I'd love to explore with you sometime.
We could certainly talk about that.
So,
what are some of the future projects you have going on?
Well, we're working on a couple of great things right now. One is we're finishing up a webinar series that will be offered on this whole topic of digital lead generation done right. How do you prospect and sell more effectively? I'm working on a new edition of the book
Oh, good.
And we are.
That's tough to go back on the previous. I'm having a hard time with
It
that.
is, it is, and it's such an evolving, constantly changing topic that if you don't, things tend to get outdated. And then we're also going to be launching a custom coaching program later, probably early in 2017. So those are the things that have our attention and energy right now.
Fantastic. All right. How can people get a hold of you?
Well, a couple of ways. Through kipgregory.com, www.kipgregory.com. I'm also on LinkedIn. If you search on Kip Gregory, the only one that they'll find. Happy if I can be helpful to any of your viewers, if they just let me know where they saw me, to connect or answer a question, and reach out that way.
Okay, fantastic. We have a little time left. I was thinking, in the sales, you consult to a lot of sales people. What would you say to somebody who maybe isn't doing the numbers, let's say, that they want to be doing at the moment? How do you consult to somebody like that and keep them enthusiastic and motivated?
Yeah, well, it really starts with what's the focus of your marketing effort? Because not every business looks at or is driven by referral and word of mouth the way your business and other professional service firms are, which is a lot of who we focus on. So depending on what you concentrate on, where you look to get clients, it may well be that messaging and content and blogging are things that you ought to be doing more of.
Yeah.
But for most people, it's I want to find prospects who look like my best clients, ideally through those best clients. And so there I would say to really zero in on the core group of people in your network that you know well offline, keep an eye on what they're doing online, find out who your online influencers are, come to any meeting with those people, prepared to ask them about others in their network that look like they might be a good fit for you, and ask for advice, not necessarily a referral or an introduction. There are a lot of things that you can begin to do to get the pipe full and flowing.
Yep. Fantastic. All right. That does it for this segment. You're watching Your Future, Your Finances. I'm your host, Brian Kuhn. We've been talking with Kip Gregory of the Gregory Group. Thanks for watching.